All right, well, Lord knows somebody in the house needs to know how to cook, right? For a happy marriage?
Absolutely, or both.
Both of you?
Yeah, my wife's a great cook. And we're going to celebrate our 25th anniversary this year.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know.
So what's the secret?
Being best friends, I think, and talking, and compromising. Right, guys? You got to compromise. So.
Right.
Okay.
All right, now that we've gotten Bob's recipe for a good marriage, we need the recipe for the Tuscan chicken that we're making today. So let's let folks at home know what we're going to be using.
Okay. Well, we're going to have the chicken breast here, and then we have garlic. We're actually doing a marinade. Have some garlic, olive oil, Italian seasoning, some white balsamic vinegar, a little salt, and a little pepper. And real simple. I want to keep this kind of simple today.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's kind of like in the whole idea of this whole recipe. And like you said earlier, I think in January everybody goes to this big resolution of dieting, and then you know, and then by February you all drop off,
right? And
then in March the weather gets nice and reminds you want to get back in the bathing suit. So we're going to try to keep this kind of light, also kind of heart healthy to you. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So let's go ahead. You want to drop these in?
I would love to. I would love to.
Always put you to work here.
That's okay. I don't mind. So just
and
everything's
going in here, and you're just going to make a little marinade.
Okay.
Add the garlic.
Now, you said you're using a white balsamic?
White balsamic vinegar.
Now, what's the difference between that? You know, the balsamic I have at home is dark, so...
Yeah, it's a different refining process. And
okay.
And I believe it's from a... And don't quote me on this. I'm sure I'm going to get on the buzz.
Come on now, I'm a journalist.
And then we'll go ahead and add some black pepper here.
Okay.
Okay. And, you know, I'm all about making this easy, especially for soccer moms and baseball moms. You know, if you don't have to really go through all this if you don't want it. Italian dressing
kind of does the same thing. Now,
Just
how long should the chicken be in the marinade?
We're going to say at least about half hour to overnight. And
okay.
Yeah. And let's go ahead and we're going to drop these in here.
When it comes to marinating, can you make a mistake in terms of time? Like, if you think you're going to make something for dinner and you marinate it, and then something happens, you don't end up making it.
Happens to me all the time. No, you know, the marinade will actually preserve, or actually sometimes will intensify a little more, just add a little more flavor to the longer marinade. You know, I guess there is always a possibility of overdoing it, but you know, if it goes for another day or so, it's usually no problem.
Be okay.
Yeah, it should be no problem.
But if you don't, you know, 10 minutes isn't really going to do the trick either, though, right?
Right. You know, that won't. It'll give it some flavor, but not really what you really want.
Right.
Okay. And I'll say this is probably the best way of doing your marinade because you don't have any cleanup later on. So we're going to go ahead and throw this.
Yeah, we don't
here.
have 30 minutes to wait this morning for the marinade, but you did that through the magic of television. Another bag that you saved this morning. We're going to start cooking it in this pan, just in a little olive oil.
A little olive oil in here.
Okay.
And I'm going to take these the chicken breasts out of the marinade. Let's go ahead and turn that down just a little bit.
Okay.
It is.
We've got to get back over to the living room, but we're going to keep cooking our chicken Tuscan over here in the kitchen. Worcester Shacks.
Worcester?
Yeah, that's a team from Massachusetts. The Worcester Shacks. No, you said it the right way, but locals, you know, do our thing to it. All right, Bob Hirschau is back in the kitchen doing his thing. We're making Tuscan pan-seared chicken with a Radicchio Caprese salad, and we're going to start working on...
That was easy for you to say, but
Thank you. You're going to put me to work. It's going to get a little loud. Hope you're not scared.
Yeah.
But we have to use the food processor.
Yeah, we're going to do a little vinaigrette, but kind of catch everybody up. What we did, we took that chicken and we just browned it off, seared it off in the pan, and then we threw it in the oven just to finish off. So now we're going to make the little vinaigrette that we just add over the top of the tomato and the fresh mozzarella.
So the chicken just went in the pan for color, but it's really cooking in the 350.
Okay.
How long is that going to take?
Probably about 10, 12 minutes.
Okay.
Somewhere in that range. Okay.
No one likes raw chicken.
And we're just going to do a simple vinaigrette here.
Okay.
And we're going to add some basil. Will be the main flavor in there. Yeah. Just fresh basil leaves. Add that in. Load that white balsamic vinegar. A little Dijon mustard, and that's to kind of help emulsify, keep all the keep oils and everything from separating.
That's what it does?
Yes, but also flavor.
Right.
Okay. A little bit, a pinch of salt.
Just a pinch. See, I almost went through the whole bowl in. Is that enough?
And then we can always add more as we go along. So that, and then you want to just do a couple turns of the pepper, but you want to turn it over so it works.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to learn. Okay.
No, absolutely. And then we put the top on here. Okay.
The top of the
pepper. Yeah, top
I was
on
like,
here.
well, I don't know where the top of the pepper is.
Actually,
I thought I had the top.
Yeah. And this
you can tell I've never done this before either.
This one's a little tricky. Everyone has their own at home. And this is a little trickier. Okay, there we go. Take the top off here. Let's go and pulsate this a little bit. Oh, if I can
just push the button?
Yeah.
It's not going to come flying out the top?
It worked earlier in rehearsals. Okay, there we go.
Click.
Yeah. This is live TV.
We're going
right?
to have to get to chopping if this thing doesn't come on.
Let's see, where we go.
All right, you know what, we can fix this.
And then we just add a little oil in there as it blends, and that will just kind of.
Now, why don't you put it in first?
Well, it helps emulsify and helps keep the blend, and you want to keep a consistent sauce and not one that separates out for you.
Okay.
And adding it slowly like that will keep it help. Everything, for better lack word, is emulsify and kind of be a nice, even, creamy sauce for you.
All right. Well, we'll get the fawns in here to kind of give that the bump that needs to get going.
Okay.
But what else goes in the caprese salad?
Caprese salad is basically you got fresh mozzarella and tomatoes and basil. And
you were going to talk about cutting the mozzarella because when I try to do this at home, I squish it.
Right, and the main thing, we've done in past segments, is we've taken the fresh mozzarella ball, and something cool about these is, originally this was from the milk from the water buffalo, and actually if you get the better mozzarellas or the ones that's considered better in the culinary world, it's made from the water buffalo milk.
Okay.
And you can even there is some available in the United States, but it's usually a mixture of water buffalo and cow's milk.
Okay.
That little history on that, but we have the fresh mozzarella ball. Open it up. And you said get that from...
It's a little slimy. Don't let that scare you.
And it should have a little bit of brine in there, a little bit of water. But just take a thin knife, and I'm using a serrated knife. It really doesn't matter. But just start it, and then push through.
Oh, so you're not sawing it down the whole way.
Right. And the main thing is not to get a thick blade knife. Get a thin one, and it works a lot better for you.
All right. We're going to keep working on our food processor, too.
Right.
But right now, you a big American Idol fan?
I have been in the past. This year I haven't really been keeping up on it.
All right, we're back in the kitchen with Chef Bob Hirasawa from Farm Fresh. We're making Tuscan pan-seared chicken with Radicchio Caprese salad. And also with us today, corporate wine educator Gina McVeigh. You can step on in here and tell us what you would pair with this dish that is so pretty.
It is. It's gorgeous. Well, you can't have Tuscan chicken without a Tuscan wine.
I kind of thought you'd go to Italy for the wine, too.
Now, a lot of people associate red wine with Tuscany, Chianti specifically. But I wanted to introduce a white wine. This is light with all the fruit and, you know, something nice. And Tuscany does beautiful white wines as well. This is Villa Antinori, one of the oldest families in Tuscany. And this is a white wine blend of traditional Tuscan grapes, Trebbiano and Malvasia. Delicious for spring and summer sipping, and I think it will go beautifully with Bob's dish. Now, if red wine is more your choice, we can do something lighter. I chose French House Pinot Noir, which is exclusive to Farm Fresh, a delicious Pinot Noir, light enough, not too heavy to overwhelm this dish. And I think both of them would be wonderful.
You know what I learned today? Aside from the fact that pepper grinders don't work when they're upside down, you can buy, if you're no good at slicing mozzarella, you can buy pre-sliced mozzarella.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. That's really good.
Available in all of our delis.
And we got the food processor working. So is this going on the salad or is this going on the chicken?
I was basically going to put it on on the side. You can use it for either or.
Gotcha.
So it's something that can go for both. Rather than kind of pour over the top, I was just going to kind of go around the edge of the plate on that one.
Antonio, get a shot of that starfish, star fruit, if you would. That's a whole different dish. But a lovely garnish here with the cantaloupe and the starfish. I'm thinking I'm going to slice one of those up for my kids, and maybe they'll eat it because it looks like a star.
Yeah.
So go ahead and show me how you would garnish up this.
Sure.
This plate, how you put the finishing touches on.
And I
it.
have
Thank you for the wine advice.
I just sliced down the breast here, and just kind of want to do it in a little bit of an angle there. And I'm going to go ahead and put this. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I just kind of want to go and spread that out there, just so it shows. And I just take some of this, and yeah, we want to kind of keep it. I don't know if Antonio can get that, but we want to keep it so it does stay together, it doesn't separate.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole thing about pouring it into the blender.
But if it starts to, just give a little swirl and...
Right. And I would just go ahead. And, if you want to go a little bit over top, you can, but that's pretty much keeping this on the side there for you.
So that's good for the salad and for the chicken.
Right. But very light dish, heart-healthy dish, low-calorie dish. Great for get you back in shape for the summertime, for the swimsuits.
All right. Thank you very much to Chef Bob Hirasawa from Farm Fresh and Gina McVeigh for telling us the perfect white or red that you can pair this dish with. All right. Thanks very much. We're going to give it a try in just a couple of minutes. Right now, we're going to send it back.